Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Just Bulldogs podcast. We're here after another very good win. Bulldogs coming away victors 20 points to 6 against the Cronulla Sharks, keeping our undefeated streak going and locking in that first position on the ladder. Feels very good to be a Bulldogs fan today. And I know all you Bulldogs fans are feeling exactly the same. Try scorers in this one for the Sharks, only one, Kyle Aro. Crossing over with Nico Hines kicking the goal. For the Bulldogs, Jacob Preston bagged the first try of the game. Bronson Cherry got a double, and Stephen Crichton crossed over, with Stephen Crichton going 2 for 4 with the boot. Absolutely stoked with this game. We got into a bit of a grind early on, but Bulldogs managed to cross over in the 10th minute. It looked like for majority of the half, for the first half, it was going to be a very tough game. I wasn't too sure how the Bulldogs attack was going to go. Only one try for the Bulldogs in the first 30 minutes. So good to get on the board and to hold that lead for a while. But I was a bit worried on how our attack would go, especially after that the Sharks scored their try and took a 6-4 lead in the 31st minute. But after that, it really went the Bulldogs' way, with Sharks not scoring another try and Bulldogs getting a few on the board and one taken off as well. So very good game from our Bulldogs. We'll run through the tries. First try of the game was Jacob Preston, a very nice try playing on the left edge. Nice line from whole ball off Bailey Hayward. The cutout pass had Max King inside him, but got it out to Jacob Preston, who bobbled the ball, but managed to regather a pretty nice example of how good his hands are at running those lines and busting through the defense. Very nice there, good strong running and a nice line. Sharks were the next one to score, going down their left edge. It was a pretty nice bit of play from them, getting Trindle at first receiver and taking Nico Hines down that left edge. Managed to get Kyle Iro on the outside of Stephen Crichton. Stephen Crichton, the best defensive center in the comp, but they managed to get the overlap there to get Kyle Iro over in the corner. But yeah, as I said, that was the Sharks' final try of the game, and they didn't score any more points after that converted try. So very good defensively from our Bulldogs. A bit of a grind there. So there was 20 minutes in between the Bulldogs' first try and the Sharks crossing over. So both teams really got into the mix in this one, limiting points, making each other work for it. The Sharks done very well to build pressure. They got plenty of opportunities on their try line, but that's where we absolutely locked in and didn't give the Sharks a chance to cross over with the many opportunities that they got, bar that one. But the next try was Bronson Cherry down the left edge. Once again, a whole ball for Jacob Preston. Bailey Hayward giving him a bit of room. And Jacob Preston taking a pretty tough catch from behind him, behind his hips, straightening it up and then getting the offload to Bronson Cherry to score his first try of the game against his old club, the Cronulla Sharks. Was very nice to see. They're using the left edge a little bit differently now, as I mentioned in the preview podcast. Without Burton and Viliame Kikau, Bronson Cherry's getting a lot more good ball in the attacking opportunities. When we have Viliame Kikau on the field, Bronson Cherry gets used a lot as a decoy, giving Viliame Kikau those sweet plays out the back. But without Kikau there, they're giving Bronson Cherry some early ball, giving him opportunity close to the line. It's very good to see, and he's absolutely making the most of it. In this game, getting 2 tries, so really looking good when he gets the opportunities with his hands on the ball. But the Bulldogs' next try was down our right edge, our captain Stephen Crichton crossing over. Reid Marnie throwing it out to Connor Tracy, giving Stephen Crichton early ball out the back in a sweet play, and then one-on-one with Atkinson, a makeshift center, after they lost Jesse Ramian in this one, I believe it was. It was Kyle Iro, went off the field at halftime. So Daniel Atkinson was playing center, and Stephen Crichton got the one-on-one opportunity, brushed him pretty easily, and then got away from Ronaldo Mulitalo as well to cross over to extend the Bulldogs' lead. This is where it was starting to look a bit more comfortable. That was in the 45th minute. And then the final try of the game come 20 minutes later for Bronson Cherry to get his second try. Another one, a big unders ball, Bronson Cherry coming back inside the field, and then just powered through the line, broke about 3 tackles, carried him over the try line, and that was the final score of the game, 20 points to 6. There was the try on halftime that was taken off the Bulldogs. That was a bit tough to see. Bronson Cherry going down the left sideline, offloading to Marcelo Montoya, who brushed a couple of defenders on the way, taken off the Bulldogs because of the call. Bronson Cherry taking out the winger. A bit of a 50-50 one there. It looked like more of he fell into the defender as he was getting tackled, but a couple of he did sort of throw his hands out a little bit, so it could have gone either way. Would have preferred for that one to stay on the board, but didn't matter in the long run anyway. Bulldogs coming away with a very nice win against a potential top 4 team come end of year. A lot of these teams that you expected to be at the top haven't had the season so far that you would be hoping for. The Sharks are 2 from 4 in this one so far this season. Currently sitting in 10th place, but that's because of a Dogs win. And then the other 3 teams we have beat so far, Dragons and Eels. Eels sitting last, Dragons sitting 11th. But Titans have been playing some pretty good footy since the Bulldogs played them. Currently sitting in 5th position with 2 wins after losing to the Bulldogs. So a team that probably is a bit better than they looked when they played the Bulldogs. But Bulldogs now sitting solo on top of the ladder, the only team with 8 points, the only team with 4 wins, and the only undefeated team in the comp. So very good things for our Bulldogs so far this season. We'll jump into the stats, talk about some of the players that really stood out in this one. Connor Tracy at fullback was very good in this one. Got a try assist for the Stephen Crichton try. 24 runs for 138 meters, 46 post contact, 2 tackle breaks, 1 line break assist, 7 tackles with only 1 missed. Had a kick for 15 meters. Well, very good from Connor Tracy. Very safe at the back, no errors, and got a bit of the attack sparking as well. Blake Wilson got absolutely hammered from the Shark kicking game in this one, but done very well to limit their opportunities. The short dropouts, so he got about 4 or 5 of them going at him, and he done pretty well to keep the ball on our side. He had 21 runs for 135 meters, 37 post contact, 3 tackle breaks, 1 line break, 2 tackles, 2 miss, and 3 errors isn't too good to see, but solid game with the ball in hand. Still a couple of things to work on for Blake Wilson. Bronson Cherry was exceptional in this game. Very happy with him. Looked very good with the ball in hand, close to the try line, but gets through a ton of work as well off the ball. He had 2 tries, 18 runs for 149 meters, most for the Bulldogs in this game. 43 post contact, 4 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks, 12 tackles with only 1 miss. Very, very good from Bronson Cherry there against his ex-club. Our captain, Stephen Crichton, got a try in this one. 15 runs for 101 meters, 30 post contact, 2 tackle breaks, 1 line break, 1 offload, 10 tackles with 1 miss. Very nice there from Critter. Marcelo Montoya got a try taken off the board from him, but he done very well to brush Will Kennedy on that run and was exceptional coming out of our end in this one. 17 runs for 117 meters, 29 post contact, 5 tackle breaks, 4 tackles with 0 missed and 0 errors. He's been very good since he's come to the club. I was a bit worried losing Gerald Skelton and picking up Marcelo Montoya. As an ex-Bulldog, a Bulldog junior, Marcelo Montoya had a couple issues with his game. Even coming over from the Warriors, still had some ball handling issues. But defensively, he's been exceptional. Stopping that Jesse Ramian try at the end of the game, perfectly timed it to knock the ball out of his hand, and he has been very, very good coming out of our own end, breaking tackles and targeting their halves. I really like to see when he gets the opportunity to really put a shot on them with the ball in hand. Very happy with the way that Marcelo Montoya has been playing. Bailey Hayward in the 6th row, his 2nd time playing there this season. Looked very good in this game. Really got that left edge attack going with Jacob Preston and Bronson Cherry getting plenty of opportunities. He got a try assist on the Jacob Preston try. 5 runs for 28 meters, 10 post contact, 1 line break assist, 1 offload, 22 tackles with 2 missed, 5 kicks for 232 meters. Good to see. And then Toby Sexton sort of let Bailey Hayward guide the attack around when we didn't get into the attacking opportunities, but still took control, guiding this team around the park and taking control of the kicking game is good to see. 8 runs for 53 meters, 11 post contact, 1 offload, 22 tackles with 2 missed, 21 kicks for 717 meters, still getting through plenty of work in the kicking game. Very nice from Toby Sexton. Max King, another very good effort. 47 minutes played in this one for him. 19 runs for 144 meters, a ton of work with the ball in hand. 58 post contact, 3 tackle breaks, 3 offloads, 23 tackles with 0 missed. Always good to see from Max King. Exceptional in defense. Reed Marnie got through the full game. 4 runs for 15 meters, 5 post contact, 45 tackles, always good to see. 6 missed, not too bad there. It's a defensive style. He'll always have a high missed tackle rate, but he's putting plenty of pressure on the opposition forwards, shooting up out of the line to slow him down. So it's a bit of a meaningless stat for Reed Marnie. It's on a tackle by tackle basis, and yeah, we get those high missed tackle rates, but yeah, very rarely hurts the team. Daniel Sulika for Fafita once again played the opener role, started the game, didn't come back on, played 16 minutes. 6 runs for 39 meters, 14 post contact, 8 tackles, 0 miss. So done well there. Josh Curran started on the right edge this time. 72 minutes played in this one. 12 runs for 81 meters, 25 post contact, 2 offloads, 34 tackles with just 2 missed. Nice there from Curran. My player of the game in this one, Jacob Preston, was exceptional. 1 try assist, 13 runs for 114 meters, 44 post contact, 3 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks, a line break assist, 2 offloads, 31 tackles, 0 missed tackles, 0 errors. What a game from Preston. He has to be in the running for a New South Wales Blues jersey, in my opinion. He's very damaging, very, very strong in defense. In my opinion, his best part of his game is his defensive abilities. But then you pair that with what he can do in attack. He's a very good player. So very happy with the way that Jacob Preston is developing with the Bulldogs, and then putting him over on that left edge while Viliame is out shows that they still want to be left-hand side dominant with Presto over there. Jamin Seven started at lock, 52 minutes in this one, 12 runs for 94 meters, 33 post contact, 1 offload, 33 tackles with 4 missed. Kurt Mann, limited minutes in this one, only 28 minutes played. 8 runs for 65 meters, 19 post contact, 2 tackle breaks, 1 line break assist, 2 offloads, 22 tackles with 0 missed. Very nice there from Kurt Mann. Curious about the low minutes, whether they'll pick up. Harry Hayes, 42 minutes, another very good game from him. Happy with the way that he's been playing. 11 runs for 84 meters, 30 post contact, 1 tackle break, 34 tackles with 3 missed. Good there. Sitili Tupanua, he had that late shot at the end of the game. Got 10 in the bin in this one, and he will be suspended for next week's game, so we'll be missing him for a week. 47 minutes played in this one, 15 runs for 117 meters, 48 post contact, 2 tackle breaks, 20 tackles with 3 missed. But absolutely brought the pain in this one. Really targeted Toby Rudolph in the times when they were both on the field. Put plenty of shots in him, really made him feel it. So really brought the energy and defense in this one. Happy with Sicily Tupanua. Going to be tough to see him miss out next week. Jack Todd in his debut game, first game in the NRL. Very excited to see him in the next few weeks. I'm sure he'll get more game time. 16 minutes played in this one. 6 runs for 55 meters, 21 post contact. 9 tackles with 0 misses, fantastic. And short minutes played in his first game in the NRL. With Sitili Tupanua out next week, and no sign of return of Viliame Kickout or Sam Hughes until round 7 at least. I'm sure Jack Todd will be sticking into the side. I expect Curtis Moran to come back in as well, but we'll potentially see some bigger minutes for Jack Todd next week against the Newcastle Knights. So one that I'll definitely be excited to see. But exceptional game from our Bulldogs in this one. My standouts in this one, Jacob Preston was exceptional. I had him as my most likely to cross over, and he did. He looked really good on that left edge, and Bronson Cherry was exceptional as well against his ex-club, coming away with 2 tries. Both players really trying to put their hand up for rep duties with Origin around the corner, so 2 guys that are fighting for a spot there. Very tough side to get into at the moment with some pretty good quality around the league, but 2 guys that are really putting their hand up. And with the Bulldogs sitting on top of the ladder, it'll really shine a light on them, the kind of quality football that they are playing. So something to look out for there. If you're interested, reach out. We have a bye coming up in a couple of weeks, so I want to put a podcast out just talking about the Bulldogs, things that you'd be interested in. If you want me to talk about players that could potentially play Origin either this year or in the coming years, let me know. If there's any questions you want answered, anything you'd like me to talk about, make sure to reach out on the Just Bulldogs Instagram page, and I can sort of put an episode together based on things that you guys want to hear about. So make sure to reach out there. But yeah, that'll do for this one. Bulldogs coming away with a very nice win, 20 points to 6, sitting on top of the ladder solo for the first time in a very long time. I think it was something like we haven't been on top of the ladder since 2016. and we haven't been 4-0 to start a season since 1990 or something. So very good signs for the Bulldogs heading forward. We don't have the toughest run over the next few weeks. We definitely still have to turn up with a lot of injuries still impacting the side. Sitili Tupanua, another round due to suspension. Coming up against the Newcastle Knights, our first game at Accor Stadium this weekend. Really, it's going to be a very tough game, but I definitely think we can turn it on. Then we'll follow that up with a bye, and then the Good Friday game. We expect a lot of our players to return against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. So big few weeks, but if we can win this weekend, I'll be feeling very good about the Bulldog season, as I already do. But I appreciate everyone for listening. If you want more content, make sure to check out at @justbulldogs_ on Instagram, and I have the YouTube channel as well. If you're listening to this on the podcast, Just Bulldogs there as well. If you want, make sure to check out the ET Stand podcast on YouTube or on whatever podcast channels you use. I had a couple features on there in the preview episode, and then they had a morning after recap where I made an appearance as well. So if you want a bit more content, if you want to hear me talking about the Bulldogs with some of the Sharks fans, make sure to check out the ET Stand podcast. You'll see me a couple times on there. But I appreciate everyone for listening, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.